Hey everybody, welcome back to another book haul. I've gotten another 10 books from the thrift shop. I ended up having to kill time there. It's right near the eye doctor where I went for my appointment, and they put in these drops and I can barely still see. I shouldn't have driven home, but I was hopscotches away, and the thrift shop was on the way, and I killed 2 hours in there and eating and stuff like that. But found 10 books, which is of course the best way to maximize min-max the deals, because you buy 4, you get the 5th free, etc., etc., and I got a 20% off coupon. And so let's start. I ended up finding, like I said, I think in the last update, the haul video, I said, if I found this one Terry Pratchett book, and maybe it's going to unlock now my ability to find more Terry Pratchett books, because I've been going to thrift shops since last August is when I started. So it's almost a year in, and this is the third. I said it was the last one was the first one. No, I had one before that. I found another Terry Pratchett book on my thrift book shelves that I had to get organized, that are getting organized right now. And so this is the third one that I found so far in 9 months. These are very difficult to find, any books by him. This one's called Monstrous Regiment. Listen, it is a perfect book. It's a perfect book. The spine isn't creased at all. The pages are crisp. They're not even yellowed. It's insane. And it was $5 thrift, and it's still stiff, man. So cool. I found one. It's not one. It's the third one. But listen, it's the first one of the mass market paperback format in any case. One of them is possibly a children's book. The other one is a compilation collection. I'm not sure. It's over there somewhere. I'm not going to go find it. Anyways, first book of the haul, $5, Terry Pratchett, Monstrous Regiments. Then I ended up finding Second Foundation, Isaac Asimov. I found 2 versions of this book. I felt guilty. There was one version of it where they had the first 3 books of the Foundation series, but there was it was these newer covers, and they looked kind of nice. But I already have the first and second book. I didn't have the third one, and so I took the third one out of that set because it was a newer cover looking thing. But then I found this, and I'm like, no, I can swear that the ones I have are these older versions. And even though it's got the cover is got this crease, I can probably figure this out. I can probably work it, But other than that, it's got a perfect spine as well. It hasn't been cracked open. The pages are actually really crisp still. Okay, except for this thing, because someone shoved it into the goddamn thrift book shelf, and this thing was caught on the metal, and it was doing this thing. So dumb. It was a dumb mistake. Would have been a perfect book. But anyways, it's $1.99. That's crazy. It wasn't even that damaged. It's an old book. Sure. There's old cover version of it. I'm pretty sure at least one of the 3 books I have is this particular cover version, so I'm pretty happy. This is a series that actually jumped up on my TBR because of the writing style. I'm looking at different author writing styles right now just to kind of inspire myself. I believe I have a voice, but I need to read more because I took so much time off really deeply reading a bunch of the books. I buy a lot of books, but then I don't end up reading them as fast, right? But I can pick up the pace. So that's what I'm going to do. And this is going to be it's a pretty short book, so I'm going to throw the trilogy, if not this month, next month, the Isaac Asimov Foundation series, the trilogy. They're short books, so I'm going to give it a go. I can't believe I found this one. This is a China Miéville. I don't know, Mayville. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. 3 Moments of an Expression. It's a short story collection from the looks of it. The book is, again, perfect condition-ish. The spine is good. No real creases, no dings. A little bit of warpage right there because, I don't know, badly put on a shelf. Doesn't matter. I thought I had all the books. Can you see them in frame? Probably not. Oh, I've moved them up to the top. They're up there now, but I'm going to get them because they're so cool. I'll grab Iron Council and Looking for Jake and Other Stories. I've read this one. But anyways, it's these soft touch covers. It's these UK print editions, and they have these covers. I think it was a website, Book Depositories, where I was buying a lot of comics in particular because the sales were outlandish. Then Amazon bought them out, and then I don't know. It sounds like you buy them from Amazon or there. It's the same thing. The deals aren't the same anymore is what I'm saying. This might be where I found this collection, or I ended up getting them from Indigo Chapters. Maybe there was a cool sale there, and I found all of them of this cover set, and I love this cover set. They're so cool. They all have these the line in the middle there, and then some motif thing. Anyways, so obviously this paperback is not of this cover set. But you know what? I thought I had every book that China Miéville had, and I'm slowly working my way through Miéville. I'm actually on Perdido Station. I gave that one a start, I don't know, 2 years ago. I read I don't know, I don't even know. I maybe the 1 or 2 chapters in. It had some creepy insect lady thing in a dingy apartment. It sounded cool, but it was a really thick book, and at that point I got derailed with other things, and I never finished getting into it. But China Miéville is one of those authors that I absolutely I got to get into. I still recall some stories from Looking for Jake and Other Stories. I really like this, and I read the Rat King, which is very fun. It's like a modern Pied Piper tale. So I highly recommend China Miéville. I said Rat King, I meant King Rat. And then, because I'm trying to read them in publication order. I derailed. So, short stories, yes please. I'm not sure when this came out, but it would have had to have been in the last 2 years, I would imagine, because I thought I was on top of this. I'm also seeing a couple, the page definitely got a massive crease here, but listen, I didn't even know this book existed, so I ripped it off the shelf right away. There's a book after this one called The Census Taker, so I'm missing one extra book, and I think there was a book he co-wrote with someone. I forget, but I'm hunting it down. I saw it once, but it was not in good condition, so I left it behind. I figured I'd come back for it later. Anyways, $6. This particular branch ends up, all the books are about $1 extra, except for if you find like very old books like this. These are almost it's like the only place that has them for $2 generally. The other place has them for $3. I know it's only $1. I'm just saying. I get caught up on these prices sometimes. Anyways, I don't mind. The book is more or less in perfect condition for all intents and purposes, except for the fraying on some of the corners there and there. But you know what? We're just going to put some weight on it, massage it a little bit, and $6. What's the cover price on this thing in any case? I don't think I can read that font right now. My eyes are heavily adjusted. Somewhere around $24 is what I think it says. We're moving on. I ended up finding First Meetings in the Enderverse Orson Scott card. I ended up finding this hardcover. It looks like a couple novellas and a reprinting of Ender's Game. Ooh, there's illustrations on the inside. There you go. There's like illustrations on it. I thought Ender's Game was a little longer than this. This feels like, how do they stick an entire novel in here? I'm not sure, but that's what it says on the cover right there, that they did a reprint of Ender's Game. Now, was it a short story before it became a novel? Possibly, because look how thin that is. That's really thin, right? There's like 3 novellas in here. So it's in the book, The Polish Boy, Teacher's Pet, Ender's Game reprint, and then Investment Counselor. Not sure. Anyways, there you go. And I got it because I found a couple other hardcovers, and they're in really good condition. Orson Scott card, Ender in Exile. I'm not even sure where this fits in, but it's an all-new direct sequel to Ender's Game. I mean, there's the Ender list right there. So I'm working my way through it now at this point, because I'm putting a list together so that I can track what I'm missing, etc., etc. So then I also found Shadow of the Giant. Look at that cover. Glossy, big, bold font. Even the spine right there. Shiny, gold font. And I got tempting to pick up more Ender Game books because I also found Shadow Puppets. So also very shiny, glossy. The tray dress is of the exact same set, which of course looks really nice on the shelf. And I found Shadow of the Hegemon as well. Shiny text, big, bold, bam. Spines all the same. Looks pretty. So I saw all of these and I'm like, well, okay, you got me. You got me. I don't know where these fall. But now I'm going to start collecting the Ender Game books because I ended up finding all 5 of these now, and I generally spot these hardcovers in other, not these ones, but hardcovers of the Ender Game book set stuff at the other thrift shops as well. So I just leave them behind because I'm like, no, I'm just gonna read the 3 because maybe what if I don't like the series? But then they're perfect quality, and these books are perfect quality. Look at those spines. Look at the hard edge on that spine. I mean, look at the pages. The pages are still white and crisp, man. Hardcovers, and even the sleeves on these books are in relatively perfect condition. There's some dings on this one up here. Who cares? These are minor things. Why do I keep pointing this out in the videos? No one cares. Anyways, I like what these look like on a shelf. That's where this is coming down to. So I'm going to give it a go. I ended up finding, which one do I want to talk about first? Let's talk about this one. I ended up finding another one of these hardcover editions for Harry Potter. Pages are relatively decent. The condition is pretty good. There's some like warpage in the corners for the first, I don't know, 20 or 30 pages, but for all intents and purposes beyond that, the book is in pretty good condition. The sleeve is even in good condition. $6. I'm like, hey, look, it's one of the, I want this set at this point. I'm hunting them down. But that being said, I saw 4 books of the Harry Potter set, of a paperback edition of Harry Potter with new covers, and they looked really nice. And there were 4 of those beside this one. I was like, God damn it. I didn't even know these versions were out. Now, they look cool, but these are the ones I want because they got some nostalgia to them, you know what I mean? And I just want them in my collection. So, and then this was the first one I saw, and I was like, no way did this just happen, because sitting beside me is Gardens of the Moon, which I just finished last night. Goddamn. God damn, that was absolutely a heavy read. In any case, then I passed by this. First book I saw on the shelf, I saw his name right here. I saw Steven Erikson. I'm like, that doesn't look like a Malazan book. Because, you know, they got a look to them. I got 3 of the thick-ass books. And they're thick, you know, the ones that I have. This one's got 600 pages. It was a little thinner. And as I pulled it out, it says Book 1 of the Carcanis trilogy. I'm having trouble reading. Like I said, my eyes are still blurry. Carcanis trilogy. There you go. Forge of Darkness. Stephen Erickson. Try to get some more context. I don't know where I got the content. Do I have a list of books or something in here? Cool maps in here. I mean, I'm going to start understanding what I'm looking at, which is fun. It's fun. Last night was a good, like, completing the book was fun. And it's Forge of Darkness. Doesn't even appear on this list, and unless I'm not seeing it. This one right here. So I might have to look this up online and see what the hell's going on, because I thought there were 10. I thought there were 10 books, and they're beasts. This is 2012, so it's not even like that this is a new book. This has been out for a while. Are there other books in the Malazan set that aren't the Books of the Fallen? Jesus. Anyways, I'm pretty happy because the spine, near perfect condition. There's some warpage there. You can kind of see it bowing, right? Something like a shelf will fix with some pressure. But the cover is good. The pages, a little flare there, but it's fine, right? It's still good. It's good, man. The book is like in near perfect condition. There's no creases on the spine, man. So I'm happy I found it. And I felt like that was a good vibe I got while I was there. I'm like, I can find 5 books, and I did. I found, the China Miavel book was the second one I found, where I was like, what are the odds? What are the odds? Like, these are 2 authors that oh man, I definitely want to find them. And then, of course, finding the one book of Harry Potter that I would have needed was a lot of fun. Finding the 3rd book of the trilogy that I didn't have was also crazy luck. One of my first, the first mass market paperback, Terry Pratchett novel. I don't know where this fits in the Discworld saga, but at this point, I just have to collect them. And man, this is in perfect condition. This is crazy. And see, so this was my stack of 5. And the rule is like, you find 5, you leave. But I was like, I couldn't see. I'm like, I can't drive home. I still got like almost half an hour of driving. I can't see. So it took me like 10 minutes to get here. And I was like, I shouldn't have driven. Is what I'm saying. It's too late. I can't do anything about it now. And then I saw these. And I'm like, well, that sounds like 5 books to me. There was a 6th book, but I didn't get it because I wasn't sure if I had it or not. I don't think I did. It's the Crichton State of Fear. It was a perfect condition hardback. But the thing is, I keep seeing these. I just saw a recent list of his books, and it's like, oh, there aren't that many. And I got like 5 of them already. So it wouldn't hurt me to like just get the rest of them, even though they're not about dinosaurs. I don't know. I'm sure that's not what he writes about. I heard the summary recently for the State of Fear, and I was like, oh, that actually kind of sounds interesting. If it's the one I remember, which is about like media and control and stuff like that, I was like, okay, I probably would enjoy that. So I will find eventually one of his books, but it's going to be one of the, because I know I see it often. It's going to be the one where I get 4 books, and then I end up picking up a State of Fear version that I find out there, especially the hardcovers. They're usually going for $5.99, so it's also a very good price. This is in Canadian, by the way. So this will be even cheaper for America, because Canadian dollar is shit right now. Anyways, there you go. Stack of 10. Another stack for me to put on that coffee table over there, which you can't see, but it's covered because I have to figure out where all these thrift books are going while I reorganize things. But I got my head in the game because I want to get these books somewhere, and I want to feel their vibe, you know what I mean? So that I can start reading more, and I'm reading a lot more. I'm almost done 3 books in like, I'm not going to say 3 days, because this Erickson book, I've been reading it for a week. It was heavy. I ended up reading Dungeon Crawler Carl in the middle of reading that book, and I read that one in like 2 nights, and I needed a break. So I read Dungeon Crawler Carl on a whim. Where the hell it came from, but I did. So I'm going to try to finish the books that I started. There's about 5 more of them on my tables out there in the ether. No, that I have to focus on getting these things done in June. I'll probably do a TBR. I'm mixing video content together. I told myself never to do that again. YouTube does not like it, but we'll be back. We'll talk some more about what's going on with this channel. So thanks for showing up as I showcase the latest of the book hauls. I'm sure there'll be more, and I'll be back with more because I have an addiction problem with buying used books at this point. A cash in the future. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, buddy. Peace.